Hi, I'm Beth, and I love fabric and quilting, but it's tough to be creative when you're hunting down supplies. I'm going to share with you some creative options products that I've used to tame my quilting clutter. So the first one is this 2-tray box. Now I really like this one because it's nice and sturdy. It would look great on a shelf or on your desk, and it stores all sorts of things. Now I like to store this, my most used supplies in here. So I've got, down in the bottom, it's nice and deep, so I've got scissors and rotary cutters. I've got a little mini iron and some rulers. I also have this nice mini sideways utility, and this is perfect for those sewing machine feet. I can keep them separated. I can easily find the ones that I want. And the great thing about the trays, they're dividable, so you can divide these up. You can make all sorts of custom arrangements here to figure out just what you want to store. So we've got some wonder clips, some pins, we've got a little pin cushion, we've got our marking tools here, a seam ripper, little scissors. So this is great, a great grab and go box. You can just take it off your shelf and bring it to wherever you're sewing. It's good for retreats. Now I like to sew at my dining room table. I don't have a dedicated sewing space, so I'll go ahead and just bring this whole thing with me to my dining room table, set it up, and I can get sewing in a flash. And there's also these fun little containers too at the top. They're a little shallow, so they're perfect for storing those tiny little supplies. So we've got some tapestry needles in this one. And over here in this one, we've got some sewing machine needles. So it's a perfect place to store those little things that can get lost in a larger container. The next one is this Stow and Go shoulder tote. This is great to take to retreats or keep in your car. I like to store my handwork items in here, and then I just keep this in my car, and that way, anytime I have some downtime, I can pull one of these out and get a little sewing in. So I've got English paper piecing in the top one here, and the nice thing about these is we've got one large compartment and then some smaller compartments, and again, these are all customizable, so you can divide these up into smaller sections to keep everything nice and organized. And then the next one, I've got some embroidery floss in, and that's really fun, and the separate sections kind of keep those tangle free. And the third one, I've got this cute little wool kit, so I've got my little wool pieces and I can keep those separated. And another kit at the bottom. And of course, it's also very cute and perfectly portable. Another product I love is this dual-sided thread box. So I have to admit that I was storing my thread in a basket before, and this is just not ideal. It gets all tangled up, it's hard to find your threads, and it can get a lot of dust on it, and that's just not great for sewing. So the nice thing about this thread box is each individual spool has its own spot, so it's nice and supported, and we've got a cover so dust is not getting on here. This is double-sided, so I've got cottons on one side, and I even put a little washi tape label on there, and then the other side is my specialty and my blends. The nice thing is it's clear, so I can see at a glance what colors I have available. And I really love to store my bobbin in with the matching thread. So next time I go to use my blue multicolored, I can just grab the thread and the bobbin and get to sewing. And to organize all those in-progress projects that we all have, I love this project tote with handle. It's big enough to fit a magazine. We've got our fabric, our batting, we've got our little pre-cut binding here, and then our pieces. The nice thing is that it's got this handle so you can take it with you on the go, and they also easily stack with all the other boxes, so you could get a bunch of these stacked up on a shelf. Now I would also love to add a cute little label that has, you know, the project name and maybe even the date you started. Creative Options products make it easy to get organized, and they look cute too. If you want to check out more great storage products, visit creativeoptionscrafts.com.